Guys, welcome to the channel. This is Flashy Ubuntu, my first video ever. So if you found this, welcome. I'm going to be showing you some very basic, fundamental command line instructions to help get you started. You'll see here that I have the command line interface opened up in my Linux operating system, and I am logged in under a user account, Flashy Ubuntu. So the first thing we're going to show you is the list command, which is ls, and when you hit enter, you see nothing. This is an empty directory. So we want to add something to this directory. Let's make a directory, MKDIR, and we're going to give it a name. I'm just going to call it new folder. Now you'll see an error message here that says cannot create directory, new folder, permission denied. This is one of the beauties of Linux. It's a very directory controlled system, a lot of security. So the reason I'm getting this message is that Flashy Ubuntu account that I've created for this demonstration is not a SUDO. It does not have permission to create directories. So what do we do about that? Well, we're going to switch to a different user that does have the permissions, and then we'll do it from there. So to switch users, we're going to type in SU and then the username. Then it's going to ask for a password. And we are now logged in to the root directory for that user, which is opworks for this demonstration. Now, we're still in the home directory for Flash Ubuntu, as you can see listed. We're going to list again. It's still empty. So now we want to make directory new folder. And once again, you're going to get the permission denied because this is a sudo function, which is a super user declaration. So we want to type in sudo make directory new folder. Then when we hit enter, it's going to ask for the password for the super user. And now it looks like that was a success. So let's list again, and you'll see the new folder. Now we want to change directories into that folder. So we're going to use the cd command, which is to change directory. And then we're going to give the name. And we are now in that folder, as you can see. That is right here. So now, how about making a file? We want to put a file in here. We can do that a couple of ways. One way is to sudo. We want the super user command. Touch. Just going to place a new file in this folder. And we don't have to specify the directory because we're already here. We're going to put new file. We're going to make that a text file. And now it looks like that was successful. Let's list the folder again. You can see the new file. Now let's say we want to put something into the file. In order to do that, we're going to use a program called NANO. You can also use Vim, but for this demonstration I'm going to use NANO. So we want to use that super user command again, NANO, and then the file name. Now as you see, we have a command line text editor where we can type whatever we want. Hello world. To save, I'm going to hit Control S and continue working. Then I can space down some new text, and then we want to save again, and to exit we'll hit Control X. Now we're going to list the directory again. And this command line interface is getting a little cluttered, so we want to clear it out. Here's a new command for you. Clear. Alright, so let's go back one level in our directory. We want to change directories, and then we'll use this abbreviation, and it takes us back to Ubuntu from the new folder. Now when we list, we can see that it's the new folder. Alright, so I'm going to go back into new folder. We're going to list again. There's the new file text. Now let's say we want to delete this file. We want to rm, which is remove, and then we'll type the file name. Oops, typed it wrong. rm new file.txt. And you'll see once again that this is write protected. We did not use the sudo superuser indicator. So SUDO. Oops, I apologize. It's asking me, do we want to remove it? We're going to hit yes. It's still going to tell us no. I got a step ahead of myself. So we'll add the sudo command before remove, and then new file.txt. And that has been done. So now we can list the folder again, the directory, and you can see it's empty. We're going to change directories back one level. We're going to list again, and the folder's still there. So let's go back into the folder one more time. We're going to change directory, new folder, and we're going to make another file. We'll call it file2 text list, and now you can see file2 text is here. So we're going to go back one directory again, list, new folder. Now I want to delete the entire folder. Let's clear this up a bit. I want to delete the entire folder and its contents. In order to do that, I'm going to do sudo for the superuser, remove, and now I'm going to add a -r flag, which means to remove the directory and all of its contents. So we'll type in new folder, and it is going to be gone. There we go. So now if we want to change directories to our previous folder, it won't find it. Alright, so one last thing to wrap this up. Let's recreate a directory. We're going to MKDIR. Oops, let's not forget sudo. And I spelled it wrong. MKDIR, new folder. And now I want to place a file through Nano into that new folder, but we're not in that folder yet. So how would we do that? We'll use the sudo command. We're going to nano, and then we're going to give it the directory name. So we'll start with the / new folder, and I can't spell today, / now we want to give it the file name, new file.txt. So this is going to create and go into the text editor automatically. You'll notice it says directory new folder does not exist. So it's going to create that for us. Hello world. We'll add some text. We'll hit Control X to leave. It's going to ask if we want to save. Yes, that is the name. We can edit it here if we need to. And it says error writing no such file or directory. Well, let's figure out what happened here. So we're going to X again. We'll hit no for save. We're going to list. We have new folder. See, I made a simple mistake. I added a / when we didn't need it. So let's put sudo nano new folder / new file txt. Now we've got a new file created. Hello world. I can't spell. So these simple mistakes, syntax errors that I'm making, are useful tools to understand how this all operates. Once again, we're going to Control X to save. We'll hit yes. That's the file name. We'll hit enter. Now we're going to list the directory. We're going to change directories to new folder. We're going to list again. And we have new file text. Now we want to see what's in there, but we don't want to edit it. So we're going to use one more command before we end this video, and that is cat. And we're going to put new file.txt. And you'll see the input or output of what is in the file here without being able to edit it. Once again, if we want to edit, we would do sudo superuser nano new file.txt, and we can edit it again. And that's it for now. Hope that helps a little bit. Please share and like if you find this useful, and I'm going to be adding a plethora of new videos. Flashy Abuno, signing out.